If you don't like conflict, the best thing you can do is to have that conflict much more quickly, when it's not a big deal, when people haven't got all invested in things, when you haven't had the pain and anguish of resenting somebody for months and months, and then it kind of blows up into something really ugly. The best path forward, if you don't like conflict, is to address the issue really, really quickly, get just little tiny flossing versions of hard conversations, and that way you never have to have the root canal. If you're in a conflict, what you'll find is it's not facts and information and statistics and evidence that are beneath that fight. Those are just things that are conveniently thrown out to justify what you really want to do, what you feel is the right thing. And what you feel is the right thing comes from what you value, what you believe, and how you're motivated. So the second tip is to figure out, how do I find out all that stuff that's going on in someone's head but's not being said? A great way to do that is to ask the question, what would a good solution need to look like for you? Or what are the criteria on which you're evaluating these different options? Those sound like proper business kinds of questions, but really what they're gonna do is they're gonna help you see what someone's values are. When you are able to objectively share somebody else's behavior, you're much less likely to really cause this sort of escalation of the conflict. And instead, you're likely to be able to find out, maybe the person didn't come to your presentation because he got called into some emergency. When you get back to your inbox, there was a message saying, I'd love to get caught up. You don't know, right? So when we interpret someone's behavior in a certain way and we share with them our interpretation, we normally get it wrong. So speak really objectively. If something's going wrong, it's really important to give them a heads up. Something simple, just an email that says, I'm worried about how our weekly priority setting is going. I've sent a meeting invite to have a real discussion about this. That's just enough that they actually have the chance then to say, how do I feel about the weekly prioritization process? How do I collect my own evidence? That's gonna make it more of a dialogue, a place where the two of you are coming together to figure it out. Versus if you don't give them the heads up, you've had all this time to prepare your wonderful, cogent arguments, and they're getting it head on. If you try and ignore a conflict, it doesn't miraculously go away. No. So if somebody keeps calling you sweetie, and every time they call you sweetie, it's like, oh, it's just like fingernails on a chalkboard to you. Well, if you just keep ignoring that and not saying anything, well, you're gonna have to hear it over and over and over. It's not less conflict, it's actually more conflict. Okay, more on how to resolve some of those conflicts on your team right here.